So, Dallas versus Los Angeles Clippers game one probably didn't go how many people expected, but at the end of the day, it's game one. It's game one. It's a best of 7 series, and the Dallas Mavericks got it back to winning 10 at one stage. They got it back to 10 at the end. And there are close 10-point games, and there are 10-point blowouts. I'm not gonna lie, this was one of those games that was a 10-point blowout. The Clippers led pretty much wire to wire. They built up a little bit of a lead in the first quarter, and then they were up 30 at one stage in the third quarter. It was not great. As someone who predicted the Mavs to win the whole thing, posted a video yesterday about Mavs winning the whole thing, not a great look. But honestly, who cares? It's game one. It's game one. Let's not overreact to that. And I'm obviously looking at this from a bit of a biased perspective as someone who predicted the Mavs to win. But let's not overreact to game one. Clippers look good, man. Even without Kawhi, they look good. They shot the lights out. Every time the Dallas started to come back, they would hit a big shot or Ty Lue would execute well. The Clippers were the better team on the day, and I don't think anyone is going to question that. And fair play to LA. Fair play to James Harden, turning back the clocks and looking exceptional, especially in the first half. He made some big plays down the stretch. In the first half, Harden looked like old Harden. I still think you can get prime Harden in spurts. Just as he's lost that little bit of quickness, you're not going to get it for full games. Heck, you're not going to get it for a full series. You didn't even get it for a full game today. Whereas at least last year, he absolutely bowled out in a couple of those games against Boston. But what are some takeaways from it? For me, I don't think it's the end of the world if you're the Dallas Mavericks. And I don't think it's time to celebrate if you're the Clippers. Even if Kawhi Leonard is coming back, I don't think that it's a guarantee. I don't think anything's a guarantee, honestly, in the NBA right now. But you're not going to have, if you're a Clippers fan, you're probably not going to shoot as well as that in a lot of games. It's probably not going to hit that as many shots as they did. Dallas defense maybe is not the greatest, but still, the percentages were crazy. At the same time, if you're Dallas, you're going to get more from your supporting cast. PJ Washington had 11, and PJ Washington did not have an exceptionally great game. Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving both were okay. Heck, for people saying Luka stunk it up, the man scored 33 points, had 10 or 11 boards, 6 assists, and was a plus in the plus minus. If that's a bad game for Luka Doncic, he's the best player in the world. If you consider that a bad game, yeah, he's the best player in the world. But did he have a great game for him? No, he didn't. A good game for Luka is 40, 15, and 10 on over 50% shooting. Kyrie Irving played really well for Dallas in that game. He shot more efficiently, but obviously was way lower in the plus minus. But at the end of the day, can't really judge by that just because the Clippers did take their foot off the gas a little bit going down the stretch, and the Mavs started to play better. So, is this a foregone conclusion that the series is over now? Don't overreact, lads. Do not overreact to a game like this, because I've seen it too many times. I was one of those guys back in 2016, young 19-year-old me, that thought after game one in the OKC San Antonio Spurs series, where San Antonio beat them by 40, that it was game over. It was series over. OKC not only went and beat the Spurs, they went and then beat they went 3-1 up against the 73-9 Warriors. And people were saying, oh, OKC's done. It's over. They're done. This is far from over. Whereas if we're talking about Celtics and Heat, there is no chance that the Heat come back. I think there's enough if you're a Mavs fan that you are at least going to be optimistic that it's going to be a long series. However, if you're a Clippers fan, this is an exceptional game. An exceptional game and an exceptional way to start off your playoff run without Kawhi Leonard. They did a pretty good job defending Luka. Heck, even the length of a Zubac or a Miles Plumlee gave Luka at times a little bit of trouble on those switches. I don't know. I didn't think the game plan of doing that would work, of basically playing a lot of the same defensive schemes as they did in 2021. But like it seemed to slow down Luka a little bit. Like it meant that he played a below average game, but I can't see that going. I can't see that staying. I'm still going Mavs in 6. That was my original prediction, and I'm gonna stay with Mavs in 6. A series, obviously, as they say, the series doesn't start until the home team loses a game, and Los Angeles Clippers held serve, and they held serve, honestly, very impressively. A lot more impressively than I thought. Like, that was an absolute blowout, game 1. So, yeah, PG, again, down the stretch, exceptional. I think with Kawhi back, I don't think missing Kawhi or having Kawhi made that much of a difference in that game, purely because, again, it's a big thing being able to shoot like they shot in that game, let's be real.